MJF comes out and he is received as a baby face and he is totally acting like one. And he tells the audience, reminding them that he has ADD, and the crowd starts chanting ADD. He also has rejection sensitive disorder, RSD, where his brain cannot regulate rejection, which makes life hard for him, and notes his upbringing being bullied, cheated on, beaten up, and he has blacked a lot of those memories out. But he remembers the traumatic incident as a child where these kids threw quarters at him, telling him, pick it up, Jew boy. And he still has nightmares about it. And he felt that in that moment, to get ahead in this world, you have to be a scumbag and stab others in the back before they stab you. And that is this man's upbringing. This is how he got to be the MJF that you loathe. And he now has realized that in becoming a scumbag, it's easy. It's easy to be a scumbag. It's easy to get people to boo you. It's hard to be vulnerable and open because of the fear that I would be booed and then be taken back to my time as a child. Well, I'm not scared anymore because of you, the people. And warns he's not going to be changing overnight because, after all, I am a scumbag, but I'm ready to be your scumbag. And this led to a chant and probably a t-shirt coming in the near future. And the person who taught him to trust and be vulnerable, one of the best wrestlers, one of the best people, is his best friend, Adam Cole. And out comes Adam Cole with a double clothesline shirt and compliments MJF, notes the man that he is becoming. You're not alone. These people love you. And MJF brings up the title shot that was promised to you and says, I've been thinking about it, Adam. I don't think you deserve a match. And everyone is booing, and Adam looks confused, and he clarifies, you don't deserve just any match. You deserve the match. The main event of All In, August 27th, hands him the contract. Adam Cole signs, and the two men. I don't think this has ever happened where we have had the announcement of a main event stadium world title match followed by both men telling one another, I love you. And then they hugged. And that is our setup for All In.
Yeah, this was really outstanding. And I think, you see this and you do have to ask, was this always the plan? Or did they realize this, or did they listen to the audience who, a lot of people just were clamoring for this not to be over after this, tag team title tournament, and people wanting to see this pairing continue somehow. I don't know. But either way, I thought tonight was a really effective and creative way of carrying this program on. I think Max's promo, he has a great understanding of what it means to be a heel, obviously, but I think he has just as great of an understanding of what it means to be a babyface. Because I thought tonight you had a great sort of like diluting of like what babyface psychology is. He's not just tonight, I think, a great wrestling babyface, but psychology of how any fictional villain or even hated celebrity could possibly turn the public's opinion around on them. Admitting your faults, admitting your weaknesses, being vulnerable, and I guess here coming up with an excuse for your super villain origin story where a very innocent child was corrupted by several forces outside of his control, including ailments that he suffered and bullying. And I think everything about his actions tonight, I felt were at once very genuine, but at the same time still kind of dialed up to the point where you still have a lingering question of whether or not this is being set up for an eventual turn, because he straddles that line really well, where like you almost want to completely believe that he's genuine, but because his true nature as this asshole, you're always just kind of waiting for him to turn, and you can't completely trust him yet. But I think that's exactly the intended sort of feeling that you're supposed to get, and I got it with him, and I got it from Adam Cole as well, because I think both of them were so like lovey-dovey with each other, that's so completely unlike them, that one of these two is going to turn on the other, and you're just kind of captivated because you're wondering at the end who it's going to actually be.
I think they have like a great sort of that exact thing that you have, where it is the audience wanting to buy into this MJF turn, but feeling that it would be so easy for him to just do the greatest trick the devil ever taught, deal again. And I feel it would be really missing the boat if they went that direction. And I think if you do this right, I think this will be an awesome, awesome turn at the end for Adam Cole, the way that they can pull this off. And somehow Roderick Strong playing a big role in however this goes down.
Yeah, his role in all this is still very amusing to me. Like it seems like he might be turning heel coming out of this, and
they're certainly teasing like the Kingdom reuniting with Cole.
Oh, I didn't realize he was a part of the Kingdom originally.
I think that's sort of the hint we got here, but a great segment. And if the past month is any indication, this will probably do a really strong quarter. This was also the crossover hour on top of it. So strong stuff. And we now have a match for All In as we are 3.5 weeks out from the show.
Is this the main event, you think?
They called it the main event.
Okay, so interesting. Well, what does that mean though? Is it ending the show?
One of several main events, maybe. We'll see. And the graphic notes, it's on pay-per-view. They mentioned Bleacher Report, and the 0 Hour will air at noon Eastern on August 27th, the pay-per-view at 1 Eastern. And yes, the tagline, the biggest event in wrestling history.